बचपन लाइक वो पहली बार जब स्टीयरिंग पकड़ा होगा एंड पहली बार यू नो ऑन द रोड, व्हेन वाज इट?
This was when I was in 6th or 7th standard. I was a kiddo, to be honest. पर मेरे पापा, he was very much interested to teach all ours, as in all his kids, driving, and he himself is very much passionate about cars. So it's actually it comes from there. So तो जब मैंने पहली बार ड्राइविंग सीखा था, the car was Ambassador,
Okay.
and I was too chotu to even see the road. So he used to put some 2-3 pillows on the seat, and he used to put 2-3 bricks on below the gear and the brake, so that I can reach there, take the support and use. So that's how he taught me driving.
6-7 मतलब कौन सा एज होगा?
I must be a 10 or 11-year-old kid.
What? You
Yes,
didn't even have
yes.
license then?
No, I didn't. So it was very unofficial. I mean, I never used to drive. He always used to be next to me. बहुत थप्पड़ भी खाया मैंने सीखते सीखते. So suddenly he used to be like, क्या चला रहा है? So and it was a strict. He was a strict instructor. And but yeah, well, he taught me well.
So it essentially came from your father.
Yes.
That's very supportive of him actually.
And when I started 4-wheel racing, I never told my parents. And they got to know in one of my races, because the invite was sent. And we were also, our team was also all over the newspaper.
तो जब नाम रोशन होने लगा तभी न्यूज़पेपर्स में, इन्विटेशंस में उनको समझ में आने लगा शायद that you are actually pursuing this.
Yes. So no, I told them because I knew that they're gonna get to know. और पता चल जाना है. So it's better I tell them. I told them, and then they came to Buddha Circuit. Their JK Tires finale was there. Then that was the first time they saw my race.
How?
Yeah.
What was their reaction seeing you on that road with your car?
They were happy. तो जब उन्होंने खुद से आके ट्रैक पे देखा, I mean चीज़ें हो रही हैं. There is a lot of people who are involved. People know.
Nice.
And they were like, okay, you carry on, you do it.
तो पहले कोई एक्सपेक्टेशंस थी क्या पेरेंट्स की? जैसे हम जनरली सुनते हैं ना कि नहीं मेरा बेटा ये बनेगा, मेरी बेटी वो बनेगी. तो हाउ वाज इट फॉर यू? और वर दे लाइक जो करना है करो बेटे ऐसे?
More rather in बिहार लोग यही चाहते हैं, या तो बेटा इंजीनियर बन जाए, डॉक्टर बन जाए, यूपीएससी निकाले या वैसा कुछ. So I would not say there was pressure, but they always wanted that हाँ ठीक है, पहले पढ़ाई लिखाई कर लो, self independent बन जाओ, and then do what. I mean, there was no restriction as such. The best part of my parents were they have always given us the freedom to do whatever you want to do, go whatever you want to do, and do it alone. We will not come and support you physically. That was the freedom. Whatever books you ask and food you ask, we will get it. Nothing else. So
but that's still a huge support system, like just telling you कि जो करना है करो, we'll be there at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all my siblings, whatever we are, is because of the way our upbringing is. It's definitely my parents definitely play a huge part.
Lovely.
Yes.
At this point, I want to talk to the audience. अगर आप कोई parent हो और ये episode देख रहे हो, like Mrinalini, I would like to say that support घर से start होता है, फैमिली से स्टार्ट होता है. तो अगर आपका लड़का हो या लड़की हो, डजेंट मैटर, प्लीज़ उनके व्यूज़ को डिसरिगार्ड मत कीजिए, सपोर्ट कीजिए. एंड कमिंग फ्रॉम अ फैमिली जहाँ मेरे मम्मी पापा सुपर सपोर्टिव रहे हैं, I know what sort of mental peace it gives knowing that your two strongest pillars are behind you no matter what the dunya says. How did you, if you did, face this stereotype? How did you combat this stereotype of women being bad drivers?
To be honest, I don't pay heed to any of this. But even now when I'm driving, someone can say, "Arey ladki chala rahi hai," and even now I hear a lot of that. That stereotype is everywhere, to be honest. Not only driving, आप कुछ भी कर लो. Our ideology should change. So it starts from us.
True. So Mrinalini, let's talk about Team Ahura. It's actually the first all women racing team, right?
Yes.
And when I look at Team Ahura, that is sort of the representation that I can think of women empowerment that you just mentioned.
Yes.
So, talk about what is Team Ahura or कौन कौन है उसमें and what do you guys do?
Ahura is behind Talent Hunt because they only organized that talent hunt, and the team principal is Sarosh Hataria. He himself is a national championship winner. He is very much focused on the fitness of the drivers, as in all of you should be very fit, start working out, and your weight should be so much, so many push-ups you have to do. He is very passionate about it. He doesn't do it just because he's the team principal or he wants to run a racing team. He himself is a racer and he knows what it takes. So that's a very good support that all the girls get from him.
I have read about you that you had to fight obesity in your
Yes.
life. So how was that journey? मतलब I'm sure it's not just about physical fitness. Mentally भी काफी fit होना पड़ता
Yes,
होगा.
definitely.
तो talk about that. How was your experience?
So you have to be fit, and when you're doing a lot of laps, so you're continuously there in that heat and you're driving, and it's so quick. Your mind and body has to be conditioned together. They should be working together. It's not just the car. And when you sit in the car becomes a part of your body. When you're physically fit, you have a different level of confidence. Not only racing, in the real life also. When you're fit, I'm not saying you're lean or something. Fitness, when you're strong, when you're fit, your attitude changes. Your perspective towards life in a lot of ways changes.
So why do you think कि इसमें इस फील्ड में लड़कियां इतनी नहीं है? Is it lack of opportunity, lack of interest, या what could be the reason?
It's mix of everything. पहले तो female drivers, and there are a lot of entry problems, like you need to have money, you need to know a lot of things, rules, regulations, etc. But the real practice, it's very, very limited. It's just before the racing we get 2 practices. One is official and unofficial practice. So that's all is there. Yes, that's all.
What I would love from you, Mrinalini, is if you could give one advice to all the females or the women watching this episode, be it racing, be it any sport career. What advice would you like to give?
I would give a very general life advice. Is yes, everybody is busy, very busy in their day-to-day life. Try to do one thing which makes you very happy. Be it anything, give it to yourself, treat yourself, make yourself happy, and probably the next day you will think of doing something else. It's the step every day. And I have seen that a lot of people doesn't know what they want to do, what their passion is. शायद वो रास्ता है ये जानने के लिए कि आप करना क्या चाहते हो, because the day you do something and you are like the most happy, you will know, okay, this thing makes me happy. So give it a day. Every day you take small steps, baby steps, and do something which makes you happy.
As you said, the sport is very expensive, and you also mentioned that alongside a racer you are actually a full-time IT consultant as well.
Yes.
तो यहाँ एक जॉब करने में ही वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस पूरा आगे पीछे हो जाता है. हाउ आर यू एबल टू बैलेंस 2 professions, that too IT consultant and being a racer?
I have been very much lucky. जहाँ भी अभी तक मैंने जॉब किया है, I have got good people around. I've got good friends. I've got good managers. We are lucky that we are into the phase of transition where women are allowed to do everything. I feel myself lucky. And the same support I have also got from people who have been there with me. And even if I'm not with that company, I still have friends who call me and ask, how is it going? So I would say I don't have to manage anything. It's rather an advantage for me.
Would it be right to say कि racing is more of a passion, but to get financial stability, you are into the
I
other
have
job.
supported a few of my sessions because of, as in, since I am doing my job as well, as in because of my career. So I belong to a middle class family. I cannot support my racing if I don't work. So work is something which, and it gives me happiness. So everything has a role to play, be it a job or be it a passion. It gives you discipline, it brings discipline in your life. So yes, I would say being into IT is as important to me as being a racer.
So Mrinalini, when I was reading about you, so I saw your name getting involved in a controversy with NADA. So for the viewers who don't know, NADA is actually National Anti-Doping Agency, and उनका मोटो ये होता है कि बेसिकली फेयर गेम. डोपिंग का मतलब होता है कि चाहे जानबूझ के या गलती से अगर आप कोई ऐसा ड्रग या सब्सटेंस ले रहे हैं विच इज़ बैंड and you are trying to increase your performance, yeah, have an unfair advantage as a sports person, so that's when NADA comes into picture. So they are against doping. So what I read in the article was your name was involved and आप किसी test में positive detect हुए.
Yes.
What was all of it about?
Yeah, that was a surprise even to me. To be honest, to be everyone. So I have this problem with heat. I'm very much allergic to heat. So I used to take one medicine which is widely available over the counter. You don't even need a description. I was not very much aware of what I should be taking, and my diet is important, I understood, but then this never came to my mind that if any medicine that I'm taking should be, and that there is a list of the prohibited substances which in every sport there is a different list of prohibited substances which every sports person should be aware of.
Okay.
And I am a very amateur driver. I told you I was never into that I have to race or something. I got the opportunity, I went there, and I was not aware, and I bet many drivers were not aware. So me coming positive also made a lot of people aware that okay, there should be something that we teach drivers, that what you are taking you should be very mindful of that. So that medicine had a component which is called beta blocker, and that component is not allowed, is prohibited in 3 sports, and it was prohibited in racing, and I came positive. So I was not even aware that I came positive. My team principal called me, Mrinalini, you're positive. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was not even aware, okay, what it is. But then, yeah, eventually I got a lot of support from FMSCI and also my team.
Would you want to tell us what is MSC?
FMSCI is the Federation of Motorsport Council of India. It follows all the rules as the Federation of International Automobile, like FIA. I was actually very much upset for a few months, to be honest, but then I came over with it because I knew I have not done anything intentionally.
Lovely. And the crux of our conversation, the finding why conversation, why are you a racer?
Racing is something which makes me feel alive. When I am on the track, I have never felt so much alive when in my real life. It needs so much focus. It needs all of you just in 1 minute of time of your life, and it makes you feel how every minute of your life is so important. So I feel fulfilled whenever I am on the track. Whenever I am on the track.
Nice.
Done?
This is such a, was so inspiring. Done.
Awesome.